Dear our developers, dear our arms manufacturers, everyone who works for the defense of our state, dear guests of Ukraine, Mr. Prime Minister Skuf, everyone present. Today we are opening a truly large-scale international forum in Ukraine for the third time. Defense Industries Forum. During a full-scale war, we can hold the following events, which testify to Ukrainian strength, which is only increasing. And this says a lot about, first of all, our resilience, on the stability of the Ukrainian state, inner strength of our people. Ukrainians are capable of great results, of significant transformation. When they believe in themselves, when they know how to unite, when they know that the life of the people depends on how each of us, and therefore we will all be able to be effective. And most importantly, truthfully effective not just in presentations or in reports, but in the real defense of our state, in the defense of our independence, and this means in the protection of our people. Today, there are many representatives of our Ukrainian, I can confidently say, Ukrainian success, and our effective cooperation with partners. It is enough to give only one number so that everything is clear. Since the beginning of this full-scale war, the potential of the Ukrainian defense industry has been increased tenfold. Our potential in the production of drones and missiles alone next year will already be $35 billion. Despite the blows, despite the objective complexity of this very task of building the defense industry, and weapons are a technological product that is not easy to develop, manufacture, and implement. Despite all the difficulties, Ukrainians are creating their own national defense product. And in terms of some parameters, it is already ahead of many others in the world. We were able to establish the production of our domestic artillery in record time and quality. We have been producing only our Bogdanas for 40 a month. This is a serious result. Thank you to the manufacturers. And plus our production of shells. Last year, we manufactured and delivered to the front 2 and 4 million mortar and artillery ammunition of various calibers. Ukrainians are undoubtedly the first in Europe in the development and use of drones. Ukrainian naval drones have become a global defense sensation, allowing us to regain control of part of the Black Sea, which is necessary for the stability of our state and the protection of our cities, Odessa and other cities. The Russian fleet in the Black Sea was driven to remote bays for the first time in its history. The successful use of naval drones by Ukraine has largely changed the maritime defense strategies of all the leading countries of the world. Our drones hitting Russian oil assets are a significant manifestation of Ukraine's strength. Never in history has Ukrainian defense been so long-range, so tangible for Russia, and together with our other tools, and also with tools from our partners, we will be able to count on the achievement of reliable and sufficient security guarantees for Ukraine after this war. We must make the price of war completely unacceptable for the aggressor. We will do this, and we will respond to Russia for every strike on our people, on our cities, on Ukrainian communities. Ukrainian attack drones, there are a lot of them. February, Firepoint, Shark, Beaver, and others, they work and work very well. You see how we do it. Ukrainians supply the necessary types of drones to the front, and these are colossal production volumes, colossal volumes of supplies. From the usual FPV drones to ground-based robotic systems. Already at the front, more than 40% of the weapons used are our Ukrainian weapons. This is important. And these are weapons that are produced here, produced by our people, produced in Ukraine, made from Ukraine. And there will only be more of our weapons. Tasks for manufacturers, for the government of Ukraine, for all institutions involved. At least 50% of the weapons at the front at the end of the year are our Ukrainian weapons. This is a task, it must be implemented. As well as the task of maximizing the deployment of the production of interceptor drones to shoot down Shaheds. There is still a shortage with this, but, nevertheless, we are working on it. As well as the tasks related to Ukrainian ballistics. We have successfully used Neptunes and our cruise missiles more than once. There will be a time when we can start using our own ballistic missiles on a regular basis. This is one of the key safe tasks, security tasks for the state and all enterprises and people who are responsible specifically for Ukraine's missile program. Its own effective ballistics is one of the guarantees of safety. Dear attendees, all partners of Ukraine in the world know that the potential of our weapons production is much greater than what is currently financed thanks to our internal resources and bilateral agreements with our partners. We need funding to make all the potential really work. We work with all partners who can help ensure this. I want to mention the Netherlands, and this is one of our biggest partners in defense. I thank you for that. Thank you for all the defense packages provided by the government of the Netherlands, for the constant cooperation and for the very important investments in our Ukrainian defense. We really appreciate it very much. And so I am very grateful for this and for your special and personal support, Dick. Thank you very much. Ukraine is entering the next stage. We have begun to create joint defense production with our key partners to create both in Ukraine and in partner countries. In fact, this is how we integrate Ukraine into the Western world, including by integrating our domestic production capabilities. The time has come to launch the export of our Ukrainian weapons, those types of weapons that we have in surplus and therefore can be exported. So that there is funding for those types of weapons that are especially needed today here in Ukraine, for protection. I have already instructed the government, the office, our entire team, the secretary of the NSDC of Ukraine to develop and present the key elements of such an export system. The general working title of this program is "Weapons are our export product." There are already agreements on the opening of export-import platforms in Europe, the United States of America, and the Middle East. The task is to launch these key platforms by the end of the year. I expect that the opening of exports, the opening of new joint ventures, along with attracting investments to Ukraine, will allow us to significantly scale our defense industry. Ukrainians are not a warlike people. But we know how to defend our home. Ukrainians have courage. We have the potential. The main thing is that we can continue to provide results together. A result that is so necessary for all of us. Ukrainian weapons, Ukrainian defense, this is really a common cause. I want to thank everyone who is successful in this business. Thank you. Glory to Ukraine.